You are listening to the VCast.
Oh my God. Can you believe it? I'm back. Vic Cedeno, new episode of the VCast. It's just me today because I am just about ready to wrap it all up. If I'm being honest with you, folks, it's very hard, and it shouldn't be, for me to do this podcast. Everything for me is very hard right now. I am just dragging ass. But you know what? It's Easter, or it was Easter this past Sunday. Hope you had a great Easter. I had my eggs all up in the basket. It was a good time. We just went to church, me and the kid, my brother, and then that was it. We went to the old church in the hometown, Hackensack, New Jersey. They got a beautiful church. And it's just a church I've been going to since I was a kid. Beautiful church. It's Catholic. I was baptized Catholic, but I am not Catholic. Not now, anyway. To me, and people believe what they want to believe. To me, Catholicism is weird. It's I don't know. It just feels like a gang, almost. They're real shady. The whole Catholic Church, the Pope just died. I don't know. Everything that happened with those children. It wasn't so much the children, which is disturbing enough. It's the cover-up. And the cover-up was exposed. And that behavior is not something that just they thought of for this instance. It's institutional. This is how they know how to deal with things since the beginning. And some people are under the belief that the Roman Empire never fell, that it just became the Catholic Church, the Vatican. So who knows? They have a lot of secrets in the basement. And this is what happens with any kind of organization, with the government, with corporations, anybody. When you get caught lying, your integrity is shot. People don't trust you anymore, right? You have to earn back your trust. You don't just, hey, you should trust me because I'm the expert. Like, no, you lied. How can I trust you about anything? So you lied about these kids. And like I said, the kids stuff is disgusting as it is on its own, but now we talk about the behavior of the cover-up and how good you were at it. Like, you had plans, you moved these people around, you had a system for shielding them from prosecution, and it speaks to a larger I don't want to say conspiracy, but no, it's not even a conspiracy. It's just like a larger behavior, a larger, it just seemed like a piece of shit. When people act like pieces of shit, you just call them a piece of shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. But then there's the whole, Christianity aspect of it. And, I don't know. I don't want to get too deep into it. It's just something that's been on my mind because I've been, really trying to tap into my spirituality lately within the last 2 years or so. It's something I've been going back and forth on. And, sometimes you're a victim of knowing too much or thinking you know too much, I would say is probably the better way to put it. For me, I listen to all these people talk about religion, and not even just religion, but just history in general, and all this stuff with UFOs, and everything gets real convoluted. And then there is the shadiness of organizations and authority Like, especially probably since 2013, I've had the most declining trust in any kind of institution. I honestly feel like everybody's full of shit. And it you would think that that would leave you hopeless, but it's the opposite. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that more people continue to realize these things, and then we could bring about some sort of change. Though like, I don't know. Everything seems so grim right now, but I hold a very high hope for the future, for my child's future. I feel like there is no other way to operate. You have to be hopeful. You can't be hopeless, because then what are you doing every day? If you really have no hope, what are you doing every day? You have to have some hope. You have to have faith. And that's what I've really been attaching myself to, is faith. Because you are not going to know everything, right? As much as the information as there is out there, it really only makes me realize how much I don't know, right? The amount of information that's out there, I read this too in the Josh Wells blog. Check out the Josh Wells blog. He puts it out every week, and it's great. It's like his version of a podcast that people used to do, newsletters. And he's a very thoughtful writer, and he just talks about his interests. It's not one thing or another. It's everything. It's Josh motherfucking Wells. And he mentioned something about this in the last episode about having a feeling of not knowing things because there's so much information. And I know I'm a victim of it too. When you have so much information, you think you know a lot, but you really don't. That it just really does show you that. And this is a big reason why I've kept my mouth shut and not arguing with people, especially arguing with people online. And my conversations with people, like maybe I would say over the last 3 or 4 years, I feel like I've shied away from speaking as an authority on something, or speaking in absolutes, and I'm just in a space of questioning things. Like, everything is like, what is that real? Where did that come from? Like, everything is just, it's almost like you have to care so much and not care at the same time. It's this weird time that we live in, with all the internet and just the amount of people that can report on their own. This is what has the establishment really worried, is the fact that anybody can just do this. Anybody can just plug a microphone in and start talking. And then other people listen, and then other people think. That's what they don't want. It's not about being an expert. I really believe that there's no such thing as dangerous misinformation. I guess if you're not, if something's mislabeled and, or has the wrong information on it, or the information on the label is wrong, that's dangerous. But I don't think ideas are dangerous, because if ideas are allowed to be open and not regulated, then ideas can. The only thing to stop an idea is another idea, a better idea. And it's all so goddamn overwhelming. I shouldn't have smoked that joint before this damn podcast. But anyway, the whole thing is, I've been questioning things for so long, and I questioned my beliefs to the point where I didn't believe anymore. I felt like it was a lie too. I felt like the entire Christian religion was designed to keep us down, or to preserve our souls so that they could be harvested by aliens. Oh my God, what are we gonna do? But I think that I'm never going to know for sure. I don't think we're ever going to know for sure unless somebody fucking pops up. So I have to operate without knowledge. And if you're not going to have knowledge, you got to have faith. You have to have faith in something, because if you don't, then I feel like that's where hopelessness comes from. And if you're hopeless, shit, man, like I don't really know what's next after that, you know? So that's the dilemma I've been having with religion. And I feel like lately I've started with an approach like Jordan Peterson talked about, where you are, what's the benefits of believing versus the benefits of not believing, right? If you don't believe, you're not really better off than anybody else that believes. But if you're wrong as a believer, you're not no worse for wear. You're living it's not like you're giving your life to sin. And, you know, as a matter of fact, if you live as a believer, you live a better life, right? Because you love your community, you try to do good for other people, you try to act in good faith, you don't want to lie to people, you don't want to steer people wrong, right? Maneuvering as a Christian doesn't really put you in jeopardy of losing things. But if you don't believe, then, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, I feel like if you're wrong about it on the other end and you go to the afterlife and you're like, hey man, can I do it over? You're like, no. Or maybe if you're Indian, you're like, yeah, you got to do it over. You got to figure this shit out. But who knows? Who knows what's right? But I'm going to become a Bible thumper. I am now a man of the Lord, and I have received him inside of me this way. All right, not the Diddy way, this way. And now I must spread the gospel to all of those that would listen to me. What do we got here? Oh, stickers for the VCast. Yeah, so that was Easter. Easter on my keister. And what a weird weekend. It really was a weird weekend. It was WrestleMania, WWE WrestleMania. Yeah, boy. It was WrestleMania 420 and Easter on the same weekend. That's like my chill zone right now, right? Talking about Jesus, chocolate, weed, and wrestling. That's Sunday. That's every Sunday. But it was a good mix, and I got invited to go to a WrestleMania party, and I really wanted to go because I don't think I've ever been to a WrestleMania party. I've gone to like UFC parties. Like, UFC parties are fun. You got somebody that has the fight and they invite you over, you go, you got food, you got, you know, everybody's chilling, some beers, you know, you smoke, whatever you do, you know, you hit the bathroom for the rails, whatever your pleasure is. I'm not here to judge you, but you get together with your friends and you get fucked up. You have a good time. You not necessarily might not have to get fucked up. I used to go watch fights with people in AA, and there's just pizza and soda. That's it. And guess what? It's just as fun because the environment of like a fight with your friends and the TV, and it's loud and you're all hanging out and you watch, oh, did you see that? Like, that shit is a good time. And I don't think I've ever did that for wrestling. Or did we have a WrestleMania podcast? Did we have a podcast for wrestling one day? I think we might have. So look at that. But I don't do it often, all right? And I was really looking forward to it, but I was just beat. It was a long week. I had spring break for my daughter. We were in Delaware all week. Rehoboth Beach out there with the gays. The gays are very welcoming and hospitable, and everything's clean, everything's nice, and had a good time. Beautiful hotel, the fun stay. But you know what? Let me tell you something about the damn hotel. Don't cheap on breakfast, please. If you're gonna give a free breakfast, don't cheap on it. Okay, we were really excited for the pancakes at this place. Not the pancakes, the waffles. You go to the hotel and they have that little waffle maker, and you put the little batter in the cup. It has the fill line, tells you where. It's very easy. You put the batter in, you spray the little waffle maker, you pour the waffle in it, you cover it, you flip it so the timer starts. 3 minutes, boom, you got a fluffy, nice waffle waiting for you. You open it, you put it there. You could put whipped cream. A lot of times they had that little topping station next to it. I just like mine plain Jane. Maybe a little whipped cream if I'm feeling frisky. But it's the best, and I was looking forward to it. And Delaware is south enough where they think they're southern, so they had biscuits and gravy every morning for breakfast, and eggs, sausage, bacon, cereal, the bread station with muffins, and it was very nice. A very small selection. It wasn't fancy at all. It just tasted good, and there was a selection of good food. This time we were looking forward. This is literally was all I was looking forward to. I only went there because there's an indoor pool that's nice. The kid could swim like Aqua Girl, all she wants. I read half a book, just sitting there. I was popping edibles. I was on like 200 to 300 milligrams every day. Nice and easy. I wasn't smoking because it's just me and the kid, so I really can't maneuver it without abandoning her. So that was not happening. I brought a vape. The vape helped. The smoking, but really I was just on those. The edibles at the pool, popping edible. I was like reading my book, watching the kid play, and having a great time. But the breakfast was really what I was looking forward to, and I was pissed. That first day, I was pissed. And whatever. It was a good week. But I was exhausted, so I really didn't want to go to the WrestleMania party. And I just stayed home. And then I ate a freaking mushroom strip. Joey Diaz gave me a mushroom strip, those little, like a Listerine strip, but it's fungi. And I had a fun time, but sometimes I got to the point where I was like, why am I doing this? And it's just weird. Like, I just didn't feel good. It just hit me so hard. I was like, oh, I don't want to do this again. But I had so much fun. I was laughing, watching WrestleMania. It was a great show. Everybody online. Nobody's happy with anything. WrestleMania was fun. If you don't like wrestling, I don't know what's wrong with you. You don't watch it every week, fine. But don't message me and tell me it's fake. All right? Because you sound stupid. You really do. You just sound like a hater. When somebody mentions wrestling, it's fake, right? Yeah, no kidding. You know what else is fake? The government. You know what else is fake? The moon landing. All right? Don't talk to me about fake. Your whole life is fake, and you don't even know it. Ugh, it rubs me the wrong way. All right? Vic runs on Duncan. So WrestleMania was a good time. Sunday, I missed the party, whatever. So it's been a spring break. Now I'm back to business, and I did it. The reason I'm here podcasting, I have just not been podcasting. Like I said, I've been not wanting to do a damn thing. I feel like I'm in molasses or something. I just can't move. And maybe I'm limited energy. Maybe I have limited output, and I've been increasing my output at work. So I feel like I'm decreasing output in other places. But that's no excuse. So anyway, today I proved that it's no excuse because I went to the gym. Yeah, I went to the gym for the first time in who knows how long. Fucking guy at the, who knows how long? The guy at the counter. That's who knows. But I went, got me some cardio in. I got some sauna time in. I did some maneuver. I got to hire me a trainer that knows about like physical therapy. I need a trainer that could help in physical therapy so I could strengthen my shoulder, my weak bitch ass shoulders, and that's it, man. I gotta get into the groove, rocking and rolling, because the stagnation of not doing this, the podcast, of not going out for comedy every single night, of not writing, of not working out, it feels like hopelessness. That's the same feeling. When you feel like, what's the point? What's the point, right? So that's what I feel like sometimes, especially like you wake up in the morning, go to the gym. Like I have a very flexible schedule. There is no, I don't have time. All right. I have plenty of time. So that's not the issue. The problem is I have no drive. Forget motivation. Motivation, I watch a video, I'll be motivated. I'll go to sleep motivated. But I wake up not. It's gone when I wake up. By the time I go to the bathroom to pee, it's back to bed, bitch. And that's got to come to an end. So I talked myself into doing it this morning. I talked myself into coming here because I didn't want to. Okay? I didn't want to do it. But I did. I made it. I feel like somebody today. I feel like I've accomplished something. Little thing. I didn't win the lottery. I didn't, whatever you do that makes you feel accomplished, that you think is going to make you feel accomplished. I didn't do any of that. I did little things. I did my little steps. And my little steps make me feel good, guys. I need to feel good. And I need to stop chasing it in other forms. What a realization. Hold on. Let me wipe that memory. I need to stop chasing feeling good in other forms, unhealthy forms. I can have many ways of feeling good. I don't need to keep leaning on one. So that's the plan. That is the plan of attack, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what I'm going to do. Comedy's chilling, but that's the problem. That comedy's chilling. And I need to do more. That's what my story of my life is. I need to do more because I like to do the least possible. But I need to do more. Start to sweat up here. So, what else is in closing? Because I'm going to wrap this up. I'm keeping this a nice, short and sweet potty today just because I'm rusty and I don't know what else to talk about because I censor half my life for personal reasons. I censor things just because, I don't know. I don't know if I want to open cans of worms. And I don't even know if they are cans of worms, but they're cans of worms to me. So I ain't opening them. What else happened? You see, you get to this point, and I felt like those topics that I've already talked about, I really thought, I was like, that's like a half hour's worth of talking right there. Like, though, if I could do like 10 minutes on each thing, I would be good. But it didn't work out that way. So we'll see. But in the meantime, check out the website. I got to start updating the website. I got shows coming up. I am going to post this, I'm going to try to post this tomorrow. Today's Monday, the 21st of April. I'm posting this bad boy tomorrow, Tuesday the 22nd. I'm going to get home tonight, and while I watch Monday Night Raw, I'm going to edit this, and I'm going to post the video and the podcast tonight, because why not, right? Let's get to work, baby. We are going to get to work. We're going to do things. I paid for AI to edit these videos and make me clips so that I can continuously post. And I'm not nodding. I'm just not nodding. So I'm going to post this this Friday, April 25th. I will be at I will be in North Bergen at the Wawa Social Club this Friday, April 25th, Wawa Social Club, North Bergen, New Jersey, 8 p.m. show. Josh Wells, Aaron Wahlberg. It is Aaron Wahlberg's birthday special, I believe, so I got to do something nice. Like show up. That's what I'm going to do. What else? May... God, I should have had these ready. May. Let me see. So, I don't know any of my shows. May 15th, I will be at Zona in New York City. I don't have any more information on that. I will be coming back with that. But on the 28th of April, I will be at Corkscrew in Jersey City. That is a week from today. With the crew, Joe Palizzotti, Pedro Garcia, Jesse Montanez, and then oh my God, how could I forget? Wednesday, April 30th, it is Door Guy and Friends. April 30th, Door Guy and Friends. Last time I had special drop-ins from Aaron Berg, Joey Diaz, Lee Syatt, Pedro. No, I don't think Pedro came last week. Maybe he did. Yeah, I think Pedro was there last week. Very fun show. So we don't see. Maybe he might drop in. Uncle Joey might drop in again next Wednesday. I think Uncle Joey's going to drop in this Wednesday, the 23rd, Dojo of Comedy. That is the best of show. Every Wednesday at the Dojo of Comedy is the best of lineup. So if you don't know, Dojo of Comedy, Morris Plains, New Jersey. Every Wednesday, it's a secret lineup. It's there's no host. It's shotgun. We all pass the mic, and it's some of the regulars here mixed in with headliners that are in town, people doing drop-in, somebody working on a set, whatever. Those are Wednesday shows. Those, to me, are the funnest shows because you just never know what you're going to get. And then on the weekends, we got headliners here. But go to tiffscomedy.com to get your tickets because you need to. Okay? That's just the bottom line because Vic Cedeno said so. All right. That's it for now. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting this podcast and for supporting me. All right? Share my shit. Share my shit. That's my line. Share my shit. Share my shit. Please. Share my shit. All right. Love you. Goodbye. Mwah.
You're listening to my dad of the V-Cast.